Before we start, pay attention. Every time you spot trivia in this video, keep counting. Comment the final number, stay subscribed, and you could win an Amazon gift card this month. Subscribe? Good. Let's go. In 2014, human activity severely damages the planet's atmosphere and accelerates global warming. In response, scientists release an artificial cooling agent into the air. While it reduces temperatures, it also triggers a global ice age. A train built by the engineer Wilford, powered by a perpetual engine, becomes the only habitable environment. The remaining population survives aboard this train, which continuously circles the globe, while exposure to the outside environment results in immediate death from extreme cold. The train operates under a rigid class structure. Wealthier passengers occupy the front cars, middle classes are positioned behind them, and the poorest residents are confined to the tail section. 17 years into this system, guards distribute food to the tail section in the form of processed protein blocks. During one distribution, Curtis remains standing until threatened by a guard.
I said sit down!
Then complies. He later tells his friend Edgar that he has been counting doors in preparation for moving forward through the train. A guard requests skilled violinists and an elderly couple volunteers, having previously performed with the Boston Symphony Orchestra. When only one is selected, the man refuses to leave without his wife. Guards respond by breaking the woman's hand and forcibly removing him. Afterward, Curtis approaches Tanya and her son Timmy to request a tray of food. Inside a protein block, Curtis finds a capsule containing the word Nom. He brings it to Gilliam, an older man who advises him. The name refers to a security specialist located in the prison section. Curtis intends to reach him to support a planned uprising, and Gilliam helps assess possible routes. Later, Wilford's assistant Claude enters the tail section with guards and begins measuring children. Timmy attempts to hide, but is discovered and taken, along with another child, Andy. When Andy's father, Andrew, reacts, he is restrained and punished. His arm is exposed to the outside through an opening, freezing it, and is then shattered with a hammer. Minister Mason arrives and delivers a speech reinforcing the train's hierarchical order. She attempts to contact Wilford, but receives no response. In the following days, the tail section begins assembling a device to assist in an organized revolt. Curtis acquires chronol, an industrial waste substance used as a narcotic but also highly flammable. He also concludes that the guards' firearms are no longer functional based on prior statements. Members of the group document events through drawings, including portraits of the captured children. When the next distribution occurs, the group initiates the plan by protesting. Curtis tests a guard's weapon by placing it against his own head. When the trigger is pulled and no shot is fired, the group confirms that the weapons are unloaded. They deploy their constructed device, a wheeled structure made of pipes, and begin advancing through the train. Without functioning firearms, the guards are quickly overpowered. The group reaches the prison car and releases Nom, who is in a compromised state due to substance use. Curtis offers chronol in exchange for his assistance in opening the train's security doors. Nom retrieves his daughter Yona from another compartment, and both agree to help under the condition of payment per door. Using his expertise, Nom begins unlocking successive compartments. As they progress, the group observes the external environment for the first time in years, confirming that the planet remains frozen. In one car, they encounter a man named Paul, who has been isolated while producing the protein blocks. His mental state has deteriorated. Curtis discovers that the blocks are made from processed cockroaches. Another capsule is found containing the word water, indicating the location of a critical resource further ahead. Continuing forward, the group encounters armed resistance, including masked individuals equipped with axes. A prolonged confrontation results in significant casualties on both sides. During this sequence, the train crosses a bridge, marking the passage into a new year. The instability of the track causes temporary disruption, but the conflict resumes once the train stabilizes. Minister Mason reappears and states that a large portion of the tail section population will be eliminated to maintain balance. The group continues forward into a tunnel, where guards equipped with night vision technology gain an advantage. The situation shifts when the rebels use fire as a light source, regaining visibility and control. During the confrontation, Edgar is killed. Curtis captures Mason, forcing a ceasefire. The group proceeds into cars containing water supply systems, confirming its strategic importance. Mason explains that the water originates from melted snow collected by the train. She negotiates to remain with the group in exchange for guidance through the upper sections. Curtis continues forward with a smaller group, including Andrew, Tanya, Nam, Yona, and Gray. They pass through agricultural and aquatic cars, observing systems that sustain the train's ecosystem. In a classroom, children are taught that Wilford is their protector and that survival depends entirely on the train's operation. During this segment, Andrew is killed in an ambush involving concealed firearms. The group advances through multiple service and leisure cars occupied by wealthier passengers. Confrontations continue with remaining security personnel. Gray is eventually killed during a struggle with Franco, one of the guards. Tanya is also killed during the same sequence. Curtis ultimately kills Franco after a sustained fight. Approaching the engine, Curtis learns more about conditions during the early days aboard the train. Scarcity led to extreme measures, including cannibalism. Gilliam had intervened by sacrificing his own arm to prevent further violence. Shortly after, protein blocks were introduced as a controlled food source. Nam reveals that he has been collecting chronol to create an explosive device. Based on observations over several years, he believes environmental conditions may be improving, making survival outside possible. As they reach the engine compartment, Wilford's assistant intercepts them, confiscates the explosive, and escorts Curtis inside. Curtis meets Wilford, who explains that the train's population has been deliberately managed through controlled uprisings coordinated with Gilliam. These events were intended to maintain ecological balance within the closed system. Wilford offers Curtis control of the train, presenting him as a successor. Outside, Yona discovers that children are being used as mechanical components within the engine due to resource shortages. Timmy is among them. Curtis rejects Wilford's proposal and disables part of the engine to allow Timmy to escape. Nam and Yona recover the chronol and initiate the planned explosion. The detonation breaches the train's structure and triggers an avalanche. The train derails, and most of its compartments are destroyed. After the crash, Yona and Timmy exit the wreckage. They encounter a polar bear, indicating that life persists in the external environment and that survival outside the train is possible. As the train lies silent and the system that governed every aspect of life comes to an end, the survivors step into a world that was once considered uninhabitable. The structure that sustained humanity also confined it. Its collapse brings both risk and possibility, raising a fundamental question about survival, control, and adaptation. If a system ensures survival but demands inequality and sacrifice, is it worth preserving, or is uncertainty the necessary cost of freedom? What would you choose? Would you at least choose to comment the trivia count?